Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today I'm gonna be trying the brand What's Up Nails for the first time. So I'm really excited about this because if you have also been in the nail space for a considerable amount of time, you probably have heard of the brand What's Up Nails or What's Up Beauty before. They're a huge online retailer that sells a bunch of indie brands that you're familiar with, like Cirque and shimmer, and they also sell a bunch of nail art tools like stamping plates and brushes, powders and decals and so much more, but they also have their own nail polish line. So that's what I'm going to be trying today, specifically their Recharge collection, which is this bottom row here. But they did also send me a number of polishes that I was interested in from their website. So it's a little bit of both and I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, let's get into the swatches. The first shade we have is Vanilla Peach, and this one is just described as a light peach cream. So even though it's described as peach and there's peach in the name, I feel like it's not really looking peach on me. Maybe it could just be my lighting or just how this color looks on me, but this definitely leans more like a really light pinky kind of color. So either way, I still really like this one because it's just one of those really pretty and elegant neutral shades that serves as a really great palette cleanser. Formula wise, this one definitely had a nice buttery smooth kind of formula. I just sort of messed up with my application and got this really bad bald spot towards the left side of my nail, and I ended up needing 3 coats to try and even it out, but I feel like you can still kind of see it. But if it wasn't there, then everything else looks great. So I'm pretty sure this would be a 2-coater for most people. The next shade we have is Zoning Out, and this one is described as a hypnotic cream pink with purple undertones. So as you probably know, I'm not the biggest fan of these pinky purple kind of shades, but they have been growing on me lately, and I really like this one. I think because it had such a flawless formula that also gave it bonus points. It was nearly opaque on the first coat. I think if I did a slightly thicker coat, it could have been fully opaque. So that's good to know if you have short nails and you're in a rush, but I ended up needing 2 coats just to even everything out, and I just loved how bright this one was. I found that it self-levels really nicely too. Next up we have Fairy Veil, and this one is a light pink base that's filled with a sparkling iridescent shimmer. So I don't know if you can tell, but my nails are really badly stained, so I didn't end up loving this one over my bare nail. Well, I have a base coat on, but it's not a milky one, so you just see the yellow coming through. So on one coat, it definitely has a lot of sparkle, so you definitely can wear this as a topper. I just, for whatever reason, didn't show it that way. I'm just showing it built up in 2 coats, and it does build up really nicely again. Obviously not anywhere near opaque, but there's a lot of shimmer going on. It almost looks chromey. The next shade we have is Temperamental Iris, and this one is actually a thermal. So the pink color that you see here is what you see in its warm state, and when it's cold, which you'll see in a moment, it actually turns into this really pretty purple, and this is also filled with a really gorgeous green iridescent flaky and shimmer. So this one blew me away with its formula. It was so opaque. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a lot more sheer, but this one was just so pretty. I just love how those iridescent flakies stand out in this base color, and I feel like this base color alone is just so beautiful, so unique too. So you can start to see on my tip, it's starting to turn to that purple color, but here I'm showing it slightly dipped into some ice water so you can start to see that purple shade. And here it is after a little bit longer in the ice water, so the full nail is purple. I just love this color transition. I think it's so pretty, just such a beautiful combination of shades. Up next we have Polar Light Show, and this one is actually a magnetic. So this is a black base with a multi-chrome magnetic shimmer that shifts from green to purple, And there's also a really pretty purple iridescent shimmer outside of the magnetic shimmer too. So if you know me and how I feel about magnetics, you know that I really love this one. It's just so sparkly, and this one had a beautiful formula, so full coverage and creamy, but you still get so much shimmer payoff. So the magnetic shimmer, I forgot to mention, also shifts to blue, which you can see here. It's like that green to blue combo. But then once you switch the lighting around so it's a little more extreme, that's where you see that purple shift. So I really love this one. It's like a galaxy on your nails. And here I am trying the velvet effect, and oh my god, this was so freaking stunning. So here I'm doing my little hack of holding the magnet next to my nail, painting on my coat, and then immediately moving the magnet to the other side and then back to the original side just to get that velvet effect all over. And oh my god, this just looks so good. It looks so plush and velvety. I just could not get over it. I especially just love the color combination with the shimmer, and again, once the lighting is shifted so you see more of that purple, it just looks so cool, like a gemstone on my nail. And rounding out the collection, we have Sea Rendezvous, which is actually a reflective polish, which you could probably tell, but this one is just a beautiful deep sea blue base packed with reflective glitter and also a purple iridescent shimmer, but I kind of had a hard time picking that up. Even still, the color is absolutely breathtaking. It is just so vibrant and beautiful. And formula wise, I mean, you saw it. This was opaque for me in one coat. I was just so blown away. I think this is definitely a new favorite shade of mine. It's just so beautiful. I could not get over it. So here it is with flash, so you can see that reflective finish. Definitely super sparkly. Now onto the miscellaneous polishes. The first one that I have is Bear Trap, and this one is actually described as a mustard yellow with an elegant gold shimmer. So personally, I would call this more of a honey yellow, maybe because it just makes me think of the name and like a Pooh Bear kind of yellow. But either way, this one is just so pretty with another super flawless formula. It gave me really great coverage on the first coat alone, which, as you probably know, is usually unheard of for yellow polishes, but this was a solid 2-coater for me. And I really love how that gold shimmer stands out too. It's such a beautiful detail. Next up I have Lost Frost, and this one is a light blue crelly base with a blue iridescent shimmer. So I absolutely adore this shade. It just reminds me of Elsa and just a perfect winter wonderland kind of shade. It is so pretty. And formula-wise, this one was a little bit more on the lighter or sheer side, so it definitely is a little bit more on the crelly side compared to the other creams I've swatched so far. But doing a slightly thicker second coat evened everything out, so I only needed 2 for this shade, but honestly, I think you might be better off just doing 3 thinner coats for the best application. But yeah, this one is just so pretty. Next up I have Night Contrails, and this one is another magnetic that's in a deep midnight blue base with a teal to purple magnetic shimmer and also this blue iridescent shimmer outside of the magnetic. Oh my god, you already know I am obsessed with this shade. It has a gorgeous color, beautiful shiftiness to it that makes it look like a night sky, and the formula was just chef's kiss perfection. I don't know if I just did a slightly thicker coat on my first coat or if it's just that good of a formula that it was fully opaque on the first coat alone, but I still did a second just in case to even anything out, and this was so stunning. I was just mesmerized by this polish. Literal galaxy on your nails. So again, here I'm doing the velvet effect with this polish by holding the magnet on one side, painting my coat, and then moving the magnet to the other side and then back again just to get that effect all over. and this one magnetized beautifully. I feel like it also had a really plush velvet look to it. So shifty, so multi-dimensional. I am obsessed. And the last polish I have is Squid Escape, and this one is a dark blue crelly base with a multicolored iridescent flaky. This one I thought was just so stunning, so mesmerizing. I love that deep navy base color. I think it's just so pretty. And it provides such a perfect base for those iridescent flakies to really shine through. They definitely don't get lost, even though it is such a deep base color. So I did a second coat to make things fully opaque and deepen the color a little bit more. I feel like it almost leans like an indigo kind of shade, but it's still very blue. I just can't get over how those flakies glisten. And here is the lineup of everything. I have the Recharge collection on the top, and then the bottom 4 are the miscellaneous shades that I got to try. So overall, definitely fun to be able to try all these different formulas and finishes from the brand. But yeah, definitely quite an interesting lineup. So that wraps up my swatches for What's Up Nails nail polish. I'm really sorry that I couldn't do comparisons for this video. I just was on a little bit of a time crunch for this one because I had to rearrange my schedule with my posting. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what the deal is, but apologies for that. But if you do have any comparison requests, please just leave them in a comment down below so that way I can do them either in some shorts or share them on my Instagram stories. Probably both, because then I can just cover my bases depending on wherever you follow me. But yeah, I would love to know what your thoughts are on What's Up Nails, especially if you have tried their polishes before, because before this, I've only ever tried their cuticle oil and I believe one of their chrome powders, I think the Aurora pigment one specifically, and I really love that one. It is so beautiful and shifty. It's just like mermaid scales on your nails, so pretty. But yeah, as far as trying their nail polishes, I was really impressed with these. I loved the formulas, the brushes were so perfect, and I'm just a big fan. Overall, I think the only kind of gripe that I had was with just the collection, because I am a little confused on like the theme. I guess it just doesn't feel super cohesive to me. Maybe it's just like a preference thing, but this feels very like random with the different finishes and even just like the color story. I don't fully get it, but I don't think that matters. Ultimately, it's really like the quality of the products, which again are amazing. So you'll have to let me know any and all thoughts that you have down below so we can chat about it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.